Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Andreas, Pop Culture Guy. Today, we have another spectacular live stream review, Andreas Pop Culture Talk. Hope you guys are enjoying this latest and new test I'm going to do. Hopefully, it'll be successful. The tier list. So, if anyone knows, me and Jeff are going to do a first ranking on my channel, doing a ranking of the MCU phases, 1 to 5. Uh, uh, when we get done our introductions and how we're doing, I'm going to show you how the tier list is. If you've seen a lot of the YouTube stuff doing tier lists, it's pretty simple. But anyway, how you doing, Jeff? How you doing? How's life?
Wonderful, sir. Thank you for asking.
Yes, yes. And then later on, we'll pretty much do two reaction. One for the Avengers Doomsday um, casting announcement. We'll discuss that finally. That was a big news last 2 weeks ago, and then we will check this new sneak peek of Superman, uh, the the one with the fortress. But I'll have to try to skip that a little bit. It's a little too long. But anyway, we'll get to that towards the end of that. But anyway, let me pull this up. Let me share this. Um, the list, sir, and
I gotta grab something real quick.
sure. Let me get everything ready here. Tier list. Thank you. Okay. All right. Awesome. See you. Face.
You know that I have the Infinity Saga board game.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
How is that?
I've never played it before, but I have it. I bought it.
Oh, you think we could do that for a live stream? I think
I
that
don't
could be
know.
us.
We probably could. Yeah, I don't know how. I've thought about that before. I don't know how we would do it, but I'm sure we probably could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 I love board games. They're fun. I have one for Seinfeld. That was pretty cool. All
Yeah,
right.
I gotta open it up one of these days.
Yeah, that's cool. The Infinity War saga. That's cool. So yeah, so what I got here is the tier list. So I got the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. So do you understand that, folks? So the D tier is pretty much the least favorite, and then the S tier is my like favorite, like overall the best in the ranking. So you see right there down below the images of all the five phases. So phase five is that blue thing, no images there, and then you can see here phase one, two, three, and four are there with the specific characters that pump in those phases. So obviously phase four is you see there is Shang-Chi and Leia, and then phase three you see like Thanos there, and then Spider-Man and Black Panther, obviously. So you can understand that. I will we'll start from phase one and then pretty much end it in phase five, and I will list down all the content that is in the phases for draft so that we can like think over what kind of list, how rank this phases. So are you ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready, sir.
All right. So we started with phase one. So phase one started in May 2nd, 2008. Crazy. 17 years ago. It's six movies: Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, The First Avenger, and The Avengers. So that end in 2012. That's like what, 4 years. So, what do you thought about this phase, sir? How you rank
This
that?
this one, the number one, I would probably put in the middle.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, I'm not a massive Iron Man fan.
Mm,
I never have been. I'm more of a Captain America fan. And really, all the films in Phase One were all really there to establish the tree, the big three. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And establish the Avengers, right? Like that was the goal of Phase One. You know what I mean? And the Avengers is a great movie. Like, don't get me wrong, I have the poster in my room and everything. Like for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a great movie. Like a classic. Probably a movie that's maybe underrated. Because just because of all the years it's been since it first came out. You know what I'm saying? But like was really big when it came out. But the Avengers on its own can't carry this phase.
Mm,
Although, like, don't get me wrong, I know how important Iron Man is and everything to the MCU and all that. Like, don't get me wrong. Uh, I've talked about it multiple times on multiple live streams and podcasts and stuff like that throughout the years. Like, I know how valuable those movies are. They're good movies, but there's better films in Phase 2 and Phase 3. Overall, like there's bigger, better films, that come out that are better in Phase 2 and Phase 3.
yeah.
So and um, so I mean, honestly, like uh, when you look at Phase 4, like with the introduction of the Disney Plus series and stuff like that, uh like Phase 1 and Phase 4 are close for me, like where I would rank them. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like, but it's basically like Phase 1 goes in like the middle tier, like as if I was going to rank it on like your scale or whatever. um
Yeah. B.
and then yeah, and then it goes, and then it's really simple after that. It's not complicated. That's
Yeah.
the thing. I mean, ranking the MCU phases is pretty simple. As a like a premise. You know what I mean? Like, like it. As a fan, the phases are so distinct. You know what I mean? That like it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to rate them. I'm assuming that like your ranking is going to be pretty similar to mine. You know what I mean? So
Well, I gotta say, I'm gonna rank Phase One as A. I was thinking more of A because like because I want to bring up consistent like quality. Like I get where you're coming from. Like yeah, Iron Man 2, the Incredible Hulk, and Thor, and like the first Avenger are not like top tier like Avenger films. They're like pretty decent. Okay, solid films. The only two great films that they have is like the first Iron Man movie and the Avengers. But I don't know.
movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and like Black Panther, and what I'm saying, and like Ant Man and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Ragnarok and shit like that.
Yeah,
They're better. They're just better films than the movies in Phase 1.
yeah,
Like what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but like you know, uh, I mean, that first Thor movie is not that great. It's all right,
yeah.
but it's not
No,
like anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Iron Man 2 is okay. It's not like,
yeah,
I mean, Justin Hammer is cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like other than that, I mean, like Iron Man 2 is like, just okay.
yeah. Same thing with the Incredible Hulk. I like the Incredible Hulk, but I know a lot of people put that low.
Incredible Hulk is a good movie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I remember when we reviewed it on the Bleeding Edge. Like everybody on the review really liked the movie. Like it was like like that was the overall consensus amongst the people on the review, was like everybody liked the film. It was like a decent movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it, yeah. The Incredible Hulk is a standout film out of Phase 1. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, it I mean, honestly, it's just as good. It's almost just as good as Iron Man. It's close, but it's
yeah.
not
It's
quite
close.
there. Not quite there.
No, no. Which is sad because there was a lot of great in the Incredible Hulk that like I mean like Captain America 4 borrows so much from that movie, which is crazy.
I
That
always
makes
I, I always wonder what it would have been like if Edward Norton had been in the Avengers.
oh man. Yeah, I know. It it could have been like I mean, very unique, and I really like that version of Hulk. But at the same time, it's like kind of tough because I know he got worse in the later phases, but like I did like Mark Ruffalo when he was introduced in the first Avengers movie. I mean, that was great. So
Well, I forget her name now. Off the top of my head, the woman who does all the casting for the MCU.
oh
Um,
yeah, Yeah, I could put
I used to know her name right off the top of my head. I used to be able to just say it because we used to do, you know, we were still reviewing the Infinity Saga. Remember when you first started guesting with us on the Bleeding
yeah.
Edge? So like, um, we did it from start to finish. So like, I used to know her name. You know, I would mention her, bring up her name. You know, whenever we review the films. But either way, um, she did a really great job casting phase one. You know, and like all the films in phase one had great casts, like great secondary castings. You know,
Ah, Sarah Finn.
Sarah,
Sarah,
yes, yeah, Sarah Finn.
yeah, she was the one. She did all 36 films and the 16 shows to date, which is cool.
Yeah, and honestly, I think she's continued to pick solid. Like she's still getting like the creme of the creme of like of Hollywood, like in the MCU. Like you know what I'm saying? Like regardless of the quality of the MCU, like overall, since after Phase Three, you know what I'm saying? And after
Yeah,
Endgame and whatnot, regardless of the fall off in the quality of the MCU to where we're at now, they've the top all the top like she's still casting all the top notch big name actors and actresses or whatever in the films. You know what I mean? Or the people that they've already been in the MCU, you know, and they're already gone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, you know, so she's still doing it. You know, like the MCU is still very attractive to like Hollywood, obviously to big name actors and actresses and all that. Like they still want to sign up to be in the MCU.
yeah. No, no, I
Look
agree.
look at Pedro Pascal with Fantastic Four. You know,
Yeah,
uh, like people shit on that pick, right? But like you know, for him, that he had to decide whether he wanted to take that job or not. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's not like he's hurting for work.
No, I mean he's doing pretty good this time of year. I mean, Last of Us, the Menlo movie, he's gonna be back, career for a couple years.
Yeah,
So
being in one show like The Last of Us on its own is like it's like you know a yearly gig almost. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like in a way, you know what I mean? Like you know, and he did The Mandalorian for 3 years. You know,
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, 3 years. Yeah, and then he's gonna do the movie that's coming out next year, right? So yeah,
yeah, yeah. They're filming that right now. I think, aren't they? Haven't they been filming Mando? Man,
yeah,
I don't know how. I don't see his schedule must be crazy because I don't know how he's been able to film Fantastic Four and Grogu and you know the Mandalorian, but like it's they're both Disney projects, right?
yeah,
So you know
yeah,
that makes it easier. You know what I mean?
yeah. Plus, I think right now Doomsday's already starting the production. I think Mano is almost finishing up. So, I mean, right now his schedule is kind of like lining up pretty good for him. In terms
I
of like
mean,
getting, you know,
I'm sure that, in all honesty, like you know, what they'll the amount of impact they'll have on that Avengers Doomsday film, they'll only be in so many scenes. You know what I'm? It'll be like Avengers Infinity War. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know, like everybody will be split up. You know what I'm saying? In different groups and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you know, certain characters will mingle with other characters. You know what I'm saying? They'll be in little groups. You know.
yeah. So, big question. What's your like least favorite from Phase One, and then what's like your favorite movie of Phase One? I'm kind of curious. Um,
But I already told you the Avengers film.
okay, okay, the Avengers, and then least favorite could be Thor, I guess. Yeah. I can
Or
say that. Yeah.
Iron Man 2, yeah.
Oh, Iron Man 2, yeah. Yeah, mine's is still like my favorite is still the first Iron Man, and then least favorite has to be like yeah, like the first Thor. I gotta say, or I guess Iron Man 2 either, but like they're like switch ups in terms of least favorite. Okay, let's get into phase two because you brought up phase two. So our next phase of this film, we got phase two. Now that has the same amount, just like phase one, 6 movies. Now this time, it's very different because they didn't end the phases with Avengers movie ended up with Ant Man being the last film. So here's our list of the movies: Iron Man 2, Thor: The Dark World, Captain America.
Iron Man 2 was in phase 1.
Oh, sorry, Iron Man 3. Thank you, sir. uh, oh god, totally made a mistake there. I It's weird because starting from from this phase, we don't use the numeral like numbers for these movies after Iron Man 3. So it's kind of weird to see that. But anyway, sorry. Thank you for correcting me on that. So like Iron Man 3 uh, should be correct. Thor: The Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and of course Ant Man. This is from 2013 up to 2015. The shortest of the phase in the Infinity Saga, which is interesting. So um, I will say I think this is A tier. What do you think? Is that
Yeah,
good?
that's where it would go. It goes right in the A spot, because it's Infinity the phase three of the Infinity Saga is the best phase of the MCU.
Yeah,
Uh, that's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the biggest films, like all of the biggest films of the MCU, like money wise, like box office wise, happened in phase three. You know,
yeah,
and you can't. There's no way to not um, like mention that. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I think it's a joke. Black Panther won a fucking Academy Award. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like didn't it? I mean,
It won like the technical stuff,
yeah, and
costume and all
it
that.
was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but still, it is the fucking Oscar nomination. You know what I mean? So and Black Panther's a really good movie.
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman was really good as T'Challa.
yeah,
But I love Age of Ultron. That's why I put I put Phase two above Phase one, because Age of Ultron is a underrated movie. It's a really solid film.
yeah,
It's another good Avengers movie. It was hard to match like the first Avengers film. You got to take that into consideration. And so Age of Ultron is a solid movie. Like it's a big part of like what makes Phase two, great. Uh, love it or hate it, it's a solid Avengers film.
yeah,
Good scenes for all the major characters get great scenes. Good arcs. You know what I mean? It all works. It's a good movie.
yeah,
Jay Spader does a great job with Ultron. Ultron's a solid villain, probably one of the best villains in the MCU history. Probably.
yeah. No, no, I agree. But yeah, this is where this phase has the least bad films. Like we have pretty much all good films except for Thor: The Dark World, which is it's not a big deal. That's just one bad movie.
Every phase has its moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you're right. Thor: The Dark World is definitely not a very good movie.
yeah. But everything was good. Like Ant Man, the first Ant Man movie is good. I agree with you. Age of Ultron is underrated. It gets better in what do you call it, repeat reviewing because every Phase Three paid off a lot of Age of Ultron stuff, which is good. And we're gonna see him again in Vision, so that's good too. So this movie is getting better each time we see it because everything has.
Yeah, I mean, Ant Man added like added balance to the MCU. Just like Guardians did. You know what I mean? Like it added
Yeah,
flexibility to the MCU. In terms of what kind of films they could make. You know what I mean? Um, and so I think Ant Man was an important film. We all like Ant Man. You were on
yeah,
the Ant Man review. Ant Man's the Ant Man films are pretty solid movies. Ant Man 2 is really good.
yeah.
Um,
It's decent.
Ant Man 3 is a joke. And we'll talk about that momentarily. But Ant Man 3 is terrible. Horrible. But it's worse than Thor: The Dark World, without question.
Yeah,
But honestly, Phase 3 doesn't have any dud movies except for Captain Marvel.
yeah. I think Captain. Yeah, so yeah, it's
And
pretty obvious.
Captain Marvel still made over $1 billion.
Yeah, it did, which is crazy. But hey, we've been saying before, it was in between the first, the two,
Yeah, they
the
say they sandwiched it in there. Yep.
yeah. So it made a lot of sense.
Any
Yeah.
movie,
So
any Marvel movie would have made probably would have made $1 billion at that during that time period. that would have came out at that time.
Yeah, I mean, even Ant Man and the Wasp did better than the first movie. So like, it did show there was an interesting theme
Yeah,
with
but
the
if
movie.
they would have released Ant Man and the Wasp in that slot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have made $1 billion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the frenzy, the MCU build up coming off of Infinity War was so high.
Yeah. Hey, let me list down the movies that is in Phase Three, so I don't want people to get kind of confused, or which ones are here. But so like obviously, Captain America: Civil War starts off the Phase Three, and then next is Doctor Strange, and then we got our first time the three movies in the year. So 2017, we had three films: Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Two, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then Thor: Ragnarok. And then 2018, we got three more: Black Panther, Avengers: Infinity War, Ant Man and the Wasp. And then wrapping up the Phase Three, 2019, we got Captain Marvel, Avengers: Endgame, and then last that wraps up the Phase Three is Spider-Man: Far From Home. So those are movies for Phase Three, and we pretty much say before Captain America. Sorry, not Captain America. Captain Marvel is our least favorite, bottom of the list. And then I guess
Yeah,
Endgame is.
I hate Captain Marvel. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, it's. I don't like it. It's
It has no watchability value at all.
no. I the only time we had to do it because we had to review that movie, right? Like in the channel.
No, no, we did that way in the beginning. Because we did the way we did the movies in chronological MCU order. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So we did Captain Marvel #2. That was our second film of the Infinity Saga movie reviews. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
So we
yeah,
did that
that's
in the
fair.
beginning, but we used to have like our other co-hosts, Perry Ramsey and all that.
Yeah.
Before we met you.
Okay, that makes sense.
You came on when we were when we were already in the middle of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, I know I was in Infinity War. I was in Ant Man and
You
Wasp.
did you did Ant Man and the Wasp, Infinity. You did Infinity War. I think you came in right after Black Panther.
Yeah, and I cause the last then I did Endgame and Spider-Man: Far From Home. So that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You came in right after Black Panther.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. It's S tier. Phase Three is definitely the best of the phases. No surprise there. Um,
Yeah,
and
it has Infinity War and Endgame in the one phase. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, the top tier. The number one and two. Like top MCU films all time.
yeah, yeah, it's so. I mean, and also great solo films. Black Panther, Captain America: Civil War. Um, I mean, and of course, Spider-Man: Homecoming and
I
Guardians
have
Volume
I
Two.
I haven't watched Captain America: Civil War in a long time.
Oh,
Since we
really?
reviewed it, was the last time I watched it. But it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Captain America: Winter Soldier is one of is probably my number probably my number two all time MCU film. Like if when I do my personal rankings, I put Endgame behind after Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So like
yeah,
phase two is a solid phase. You know what I'm saying? But like phase three was massive. Phase three has so many movies, like numerically, you know what I mean? Like there's so many films in phase three, because that was such a big buildup, like a part time for Marvel Studios, right? They really
yeah,
ramped it up big time, and got it to where it was 3-4 movies a year all of a sudden,
yeah,
and that's why so phase three is kind of swole with just like overall like with good movies. Like it's hard to match phase three.
yeah. I don't think they can ever match that again. Yeah, I'm
Spider-Man
just.
2 is a solid movie too, like it did well,
Yeah,
it's
it
a,
did
it's a
well.
it's a solid film.
Yeah. I That's my least favorite of the Phase Three. I prefer Homecoming more. This mostly because of
Yeah, I do
the
too.
Vulture.
I think Homecoming is one of the best MCU films all time.
Yeah.
Uh
So I feel like that was a better movie. I mean,
the
Far From
first one, the
yeah, the
first
first one.
Spider-Man film, the first one is my favorite Spider-Man film. I like that better than the third one.
Yeah. No, no, I'm 100% behind you with that because I
I don't,
really
I
like
don't,
it.
I didn't care. I didn't really didn't care that much about the Andrew, Toby bullshit. With like that shit didn't mean anything to me. You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan, So like
Oh yeah,
I didn't care about the. They could have done something completely different with Spider-Man 3, and I probably would have been happier with it. To be honest
yeah.
with you,
I know. I wish they still stuck with Craven as the main villain. And I feel like that could have been a better movie.
it
Instead of
probably would have been a better movie than Spider-Man 3. Because honestly, I think Spider-Man 3 is overrated.
Yeah, no, no, I agree. Yeah, I am right 100% behind you. It's like my third favorite in the MCU Phase 4 when we get to it. But it's not my favorite like in Phase 4 like a lot of people. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how big that movie is for a lot of people.
If they were smart, they would they would go ahead and like make sure that they take advantage of Tom Holland while he's young, and like pump out these next fucking three Spider-Man films right out, like just get slam them out, like
Yeah.
take advantage of him while they can. And if he was smart, he would just make them too because like that's his paycheck right there. Like you know what I'm saying? He gets that big MCU money for those Spider-Man films.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Um, okay. You want to get to Phase 4 because there's a lot. Because we're concluding the Disney Plus shows, so let me.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious, like we're like how where the ranking goes. Obviously, Phase 4 goes like in the C category, because a lot of good stuff did happen during Phase 4. It's just unfortunately overall movie wise, especially like the quality really went downhill in Phase 4.
Yeah, we'll discuss that because yeah. Let me read through that because you have a good point there. So let's start with the movies first. So we got Black Widow starting the Phase 4, and then next is Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, and then the next one is Eternals, and then the next is Spider-Man No Way Home. And then 2022, we got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. That will be the last film to wrap up Phase 2. I'm sorry, Phase 4. I'm losing my mind here. Then now, this is where we start our Disney Plus shows, and we have in total one, two, three. I'm just counting the live action ones. I'm not including animation, so let me make that clear. Um, so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven shows, and that's One Division, Falcon the Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. that's our that's our list of Phase 4. And you say you want to put this as C. Um, yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you on that. Cause yeah, the movies are
Yeah,
very mixed bag.
just on the strength of WandaVision, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And Loki season 2 was good too. You know what I'm saying? But like the first season of Loki is the best season.
Yeah, no, no, I like this first season more than Phase 2, season 2 of Loki. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
like I like
yeah,
One Division. We did the rewatch for One
yeah.
Division and Loki.
We did WandaVision and Loki, and it was fun too. I enjoyed doing that. That was fun.
Yeah, and so I think this shows, yeah, because we have really good Disney Plus shows up to Moon Knight. I have to say, like Moon Knight is where we kind of start dropping off, but then Miss Marvel was good, but then we really drop off in She Hulk.
Miss Marvel was really good. I really liked Miss Marvel a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely highlight for
But
me.
when we were doing that show, like covering that series, I was dropping like nines and 9.5s and tens on every episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think episode 5 was the only episode where I was a little bit like sketched a little bit by it. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit like, oh fuck, like worried. I was a little bit worried, like because of like the direction it went a little bit. But they turned it around in the finale, and actually landed the finale, which that was a problem that they had in a lot of the Disney Plus series was finales of the shows, like not being very good, Uh,
Yeah,
Falcon and Winter Soldier, the finale was kind of rough, Uh,
yeah,
that's like a well-known thing, the finale of that show was kind of rough. It went like all over the place, kind of.
uh,
The She-Hulk finale was terrible. You know what I'm
Yeah, it was
saying?
terrible.
Terrible, like horrible. You know, uh, the only shows that had good finales was WandaVision.
And
Some people didn't like the finale of Loki. There were people who didn't like it.
yeah, no, I can understand. But it's still a good, decent finale. I mean, it stuck the landing. I mean, it set up everything for season two, so that's the thing. But I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, the Jonathan Majors stuff. I love the finale of Loki. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I like dialogue driven like stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can, as long as it's done well, I can handle that. You know, that's kind of how the Loki TV series was mostly dialogue driven. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like it wasn't really an action packed show.
yeah. It was an action show. It was very much dialogue. Sorry. Um, like dialogue heavy, show, and I mean, I was fine with what they did. With the the finale. It's not my favorite finale, but like it's not as bad as like the other like Disney Plus stuff. Um,
Well, I mean, it's all dialogue driven at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, like when it really boils down to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much action you can have in one
yeah,
in one film.
yeah,
Um, and it's kind of how you handle that. Like those sequences. Like like how you take advantage of the spots you have. You know, that's where the MCU was always really good. At least it was. Was known for being good. Was a lot of the action. Was always so good.
yeah. No, I agree, and I mean, you cannot expect so much action in these shows with the budgets they have. I mean, despite they're expensive, it's not like enough for like a TV show, you
They
know?
spent a lot of money on those shows.
Oh my
All,
god.
all those shows in Phase Four, they spent a lot of money on those shows.
Oh my god. When we get to phase five, it's so ridiculous. Because Secret
Because
Invasion,
Secret Invasion was $250 million.
yeah, it's so bad. Oh my god, when I get into the list for you, that's kind of crazy.
I can't
Uh
believe it. It's crazy thinking about doing the podcast and doing YouTube for all those years and reviewing all those shows. Like going like looking back, I don't remember. Like it's memory wise, I got my brain injury and everything. I don't
yeah.
remember really. Like what I was doing then, or that much. But like I kind of remember. Um, and I remember going to see the Phase Four movies like during that time period. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I remember talking to other people, like talking to other creators and people that used to guest on the Bleeding Edge back then. You know what I'm saying? Like in the studio before shows and shit like that. After they'd go to the movies, you know what I'm saying? To go see Doctor Strange, for instance, right? Like, and I remember we had a show, right? We were doing Halo, right? We were doing like Halo episode 4 or Halo episode 3, right? Because we did Halo. We did the first we did the first half of season 1, and then we quit, right? It just sucked. You know what I'm saying? So we stopped, right? Like there was no point. You know what I mean? Like so we stopped, but we were doing Halo that night, right? And we had Lord Deathman was on from the Podcast of Champions, and Renee that used to be on that used to be special guest co-host, like you
Oh
do special
yeah.
guest co-host with us on Sundays with me on the Bleeding Edge. She used to be on Sundays with me.
Okay.
Uh, she did the House of the Dragon with me and stuff like that. And
Was she in season two? No, no. I don't
no, no, she left right before you came in.
oh, okay.
Um, so no, we had a falling out. She got really nasty.
Really
On the show a couple she started crying during a show one day. It was
weird.
crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, and it was intense. And so we had a falling out, unfortunately. And then I had a falling out with that chick Alexis that used to be on with us all the time. She used to guest with us all the time. And it was during She-Hulk when me and her had a falling out, and we had problems during a show.
Oh god.
We had
Oh,
drama, man.
oh, these dramas, they're funny. Uh, but
There
I
was a
mean,
lot of drama. There was a lot of drama on the Bleeding Edge in Phase 4 of
hey,
the MCU. We had a lot of drama. We had some drama nights. You've been lucky. You've had mostly peaceful stuff happen on the Bleeding Edge. You know what I'm saying? You didn't experience any of our like real shit show like crazy moments we had, where people I've had to like kick people off the show and shit like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, there
And
was
like
one.
almost fighting people on the show and shit. Like you've never seen any of that shit before.
Well, you show a clip of that one time in one of the shows. It was some guy you were talking, and
Oh
then
yeah, I told him straight up. Yeah, I would fight him.
yeah, that was very funny. I remember that one. That was pretty cool.
That was when I live streamed for like 6 hours the one day.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah, that was the one.
Yep.
I
I was
can't
like,
believe.
I was drunk. I live streamed for 6 hours.
Bravo! I just amazed you could do 6 hours. That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. That's a lot of live streaming, sir.
Yeah. Oh god. That's yeah. I always love to hear those stories about the drama you had before I came into the picture.
I've had some. Yeah, we had some stuff. We've had all kinds of crazy shit happen with guests.
Oh yeah. I understand. I mean there was one other chick that like it was like I was going into the MCU. I forgot her name, but yeah, she was living with her parents or something like that. But
Oh,
I forgot her name, but yeah, it was one of those like it was like in my
there's been a
podcast.
lot of there's been a lot of women and a lot of people like since you started on the bleeding edge. So you have to be more like specific. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Yeah,
like
I I mean I guess I can pull up the name and
there
where
was
my
there was that transgender chick Jasmine that used to be on with us. She left right around when you first came on. Like right around that same time as when she dropped off.
okay. Let me let me check the name. I think it's Jasmine or something like that, but I just I don't know. It was a weird moment with the chick there. But anyway, so let's get into phase 5. I think that's the weakest of the bunch. So let me run down the movies and the television stuff. I just want to get a fair warning to people. We are missing two phase 5 projects that haven't aired yet. Sorry, but we're not gonna wait too long. So but I think we're gonna review them later on, so we'll have our opinions here. But okay, so phase 5 with the movies we have one, two, three, four, five, six total. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania or Ant-Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine, Captain America, Brave New World, and the last movie is Thunderbolts. Yet released. It's gonna come out soon next month. Oh my God, Jeff, you can't believe this. I was looking at this television Disney Plus shows. So this kind of the cartoons. The first thing that started with Disney Plus was Secret Invasion. Of all of Out of all the things that started with Phase 5 in terms of television.
Which was a terrible show, but was a lot of fun to review. Like as a show,
Yes,
it was
that's
fun.
true. Oh, by the way, if everyone knows, we did a 4-hour chat in Secret Invasion. That was fun.
We did for the
We
finale. We talked for 4 hours. Yeah.
4 hours. Yes, that was fun. That was really that was peak MCU Bleeding Edge, folks. So then next we got Loki, and then after that we got Echo, and then we got Africa all along, and then currently we're watching Daredevil Born Again. Gonna wrap up next week in the 15th, and then the last one is Ironheart. So that's gonna be our last theme for Phase 5. So okay,
I don't think Ironheart's going to change my opinion on Phase 5.
no, I am gonna definitely put this at D because a lot of these my least favorite of these projects are have been this phase. Because at least Phase 4, there was like a couple things I like about Phase 4, but like Phase 5 is like there's only like two things I like about it,
Oh yeah,
or
Phase Four has
three.
some Phase Four has some value. Like we were
Yeah.
saying, like I like Miss Marvel a lot. Like
Hmm.
I thought Miss Marvel was like well directed. It was like very inventive. Like they did a lot of interesting stuff to like make the shows the series kind of interesting and make it individual.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of graphics and stuff like that. Like on the screen and stuff. Like and did little things like that during her series, which I appreciated. I like that. Like for the kind of show it was, for like a teeny bop kind of Disney Plus, superhero show, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Yeah, and
It
like
deserves that 94% Rotten Tomatoes rating or whatever the fuck it has. It deserves it.
no, I agree. definitely deserve it. I think it's one of the best introduction to a new hero, which I like. It's definitely the best origin story for any hero for the phases.
All the secondary characters are solid in the show.
Yes, yeah,
Like that has watchability. You know what I'm saying? Like I can watch that again, and like I can review that again. Like
yeah.
that wouldn't bother me at all. Because
No,
I know I had a really good experience reviewing Miss Marvel. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reviewing it. Like it was good. Like the conversations we had about the episodes and everything were good. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody kind of liked it for the most part that
yeah.
came on.
Well, and great actress playing Miss Marvel. Amount of lighting, great actress. I think she really gives the character like a lot of life, and she's definitely the character, which is good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know.
I mean, she carried that show. Mom Vellani's great.
Yeah.
I mean, she, she really, as bad as the Marvels was, she stood out in the Marvels.
Yes.
Like effectively. You know what I'm saying? Like, to where like you want to see her again. Like in something else. You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan.
Yeah. No, no, I agreed. And we'll definitely see that in the Champions, or that Disney Plus show they're gonna do between Phase 6. But yeah, so yeah, that's not surprise. Phase 5 is the least favorite. I really don't like a lot of the things. Like,
we
I
don't we don't really know what they're doing. We don't really know what they're doing MCU Disney Plus wise next year yet. Like like it's weird. We're going into 2026 kind of blind right now. Like we know Daredevil season 2 is coming out. But
yeah,
like besides that, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like Moon Knight season 2 possibly could come out. They could probably pull that off. If they wanted to, they'd have
yeah,
time uh, you know, uh, to pop that out. Hawkeye season 2, they could pull that off potentially
yeah.
if they start sometime soon. They could do that. Um, but I mean, X-Men '97.
It's confirmed in season 2. It's gonna be scheduled in 2026. Um, which is weird they didn't put that in the list, but yeah, that's
X-Men '97.
yeah. It's coming out around 2026, they say. But yeah, so the movies that have been confirmed and TV wise confirmed. Fantastic Four: First Steps is the first one to start Phase 6 in July, and then we got the Avengers Doomsday in May 1st, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day is in July 31st of
May
2026.
1st in 2026.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, May 1st is the Avengers Doomsday. May 1st, 2026. Spider-Man Brand New Day is July 31st, 2026. And then the next movie is Avengers Secret Wars,
Yeah,
May 7th of 2027. And
they're
then
really slowing down. They're like their movies per year. They're slowing way down.
yeah, which is good because I can't do too many of these really.
Oh no,
Um,
they can't afford to keep making movies if they're going to be if they're going to be of the quality of Captain America: Brave New World.
yeah,
That
no,
you,
no.
you can't keep doing that.
Yeah, and so, and just wrapping up the movies, like there's two unannounced Marvel Studios films that's scheduled for February 13th and November 6th of 2026, which has not been announced. So I don't know if they're gonna like change the release dates of those, or we're gonna get a reveal of them in Comic Con this year of July. So we'll
A
see.
lot can a lot can happen between now and then.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
You
And
know,
then yeah,
it wouldn't be the first time if they changed those dates to something. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be the first time they've done it. So like
yeah,
like those dates mean nothing kind of at this point.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, because yeah, I don't think they're gonna just get meet the February date of was it
Marvel
2026?
Studios does not seem to be dying to like make Doctor Strange 3 or like the second Shang-Chi film. Like they're not like going out of their way to make those films.
I
Or we know about it.
I think Doctor Strange 3 is gonna happen. I agree you on Shang-Chi 2. I think they're gonna wait for Shang-Chi 2 afterwards, after the multiverse saga. Um, We're not gonna.
They better do some different stuff with with the Shang-Chi 2 film than the first one because like I'm telling you right now, that actor Saman Yu Lu or whatever is not bad as a good actor, but like like what they the stuff they did in that first movie, it did not work for me.
No, no, no. I understand. I like it. I fairly enjoy it. I think they did everything right.
I have a lot of gripes with that movie.
No, no. I understand, especially with the third act, with that big dragon
Yes,
thing.
the third act, the way they like that they use they don't even use Death Dealer very well at all. You know,
Yeah, I know. Well, I know.
they ruined Tony Luong's performance with like a shitty character. You know,
I can disagree and agree, maybe, sir. I like his performance in the movie, but yes, I can understand why because the trailers made him more threatening. Um, but yeah,
yeah. It's pretty simple. I mean, Phase Four had some good things that happened. You know, Moon Knight was entertaining. You know, it's just the finale was just really not very good. And Moon Knight was probably one of my least favorite TV like of the Disney Plus TV series to review. Like as far as reviewing it, um, the Moon Knight episode reviews weren't anything all that great for me. Um, the Hawkeye ones were pretty good. I liked doing Hawkeye. That was all right. Like even though
yeah, Hawkeye's good.
I didn't like Hawkeye that much. Like I didn't rank it really high or anything when we did the rankings and stuff like that on the ranking shows and all that. I didn't rank it high, but it was still a fun show.
Yeah, it was a fun show. I like it. It's definitely top tier. Yeah, but it's just the finale was like, not good, not like bad, but it
I
was
wish they would.
decent.
I wish they would have done something that was more comic book accurate with the show. Like the actual Matt Fraction run of the comic. Like the way that Kate Bishop was then. You know what I'm saying? Like more like R-rated.
Yeah,
Like that kind of like that level of Kate Bishop. Like from the comic. Like that's why I would have liked to have seen. You know what I'm saying?
no,
With Jeremy
no.
Renner, and had like a more adult tone to it.
Yeah, no, I agree because that was the issue with Kimpin because Kimpin didn't feel like Kimpin at all.
Like
And
if they if like I would have liked to have seen the Hawkeye done, but the Hawkeye done by like the net people who did Netflix, the
yes,
Marvel Netflix stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like like that. That's the kind of Hawkeye show I want.
yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I understand. It could have been cool if they adapted fully with the manufacturer one, because that is a good run. I read it.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I think Hawkeye would have been so much better if it would have been TVMA. Like R-rated.
Yeah, I know. It could have been great. I mean, they could do it with season two if that's true. I think they could do it for season two. I think
I think they would. I think they would. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing that they have that option now.
yeah, yeah. They have the yeah. That's true.
I think Disney and Marvel Studios understands like that people like the violence. Even though they've toned it down a lot on Daredevil Born Again. Like unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Uh,
Yeah.
like the hand to hand combat. Like all that kind of part of that part of Daredevil just hasn't been there on Born Again. Unfortunately, you know.
No. No. I hope season two that we got more action. Oh, speaking of shows, let me list down the Phase Six
When
stuff.
you go back and watch the Netflix Daredevil, like it's like watching a different show compared to Born Again.
Yeah, I been watched the first season. I'm currently like watching it now, and yeah, it's apples to oranges, really.
I watched
So
it. I was watching some of season 2 the other day.
oh yeah, yeah, they're still good. Season two had good ones as well, especially the Punisher stuff. Like the prison one, ooh, very good.
Yeah.
Um,
The stuff with Punisher with the prison is sick. I know.
I know it's so good. And season three has the best ones, like particularly with Bullseye. It's really great. Okay, so like Phase Six has like Ice Wakanda. Is coming out August 6th, and then Marvel Zombies is coming out October 3. Wonder,
Yeah,
yeah, Wonder Man is coming out December 2025. Daredevil. Speaking of Daredevil Born season two is coming out in 2026 early, so probably in March again or
Yeah.
whatever.
And we'll cover all that stuff, like I'm sure we'll
Yeah,
probably do Eyes of Wakanda and like, and all that. Like we'll cover it, but like what whether or not it'll be any good, I don't know.
yeah, that's true. And then
The
just wrap.
concept of Eyes of Wakanda seems like it could be somewhat decent. It could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Like
Yeah,
it depends on a couple things, but like it depends on the animation. Like what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean?
yeah, no, no. Yeah, it really depends on everything. What they're doing. Um, yeah, and then just wrapping up the Phase 6 stuff is like Vision Quest is coming out in 2026, no date yet. And then your friendly number Spider Man Season 2 is coming out as well that same year. And that's it. And I'm happy about this because I was talking to a friend today for dinner, and I was very happy with getting back the special presentations. I totally forgot about that. We have one in Phase 4 for Werewolf by Night and the Christmas special,
Yeah.
but
I didn't
we
I didn't like the Christmas special, but the Werewolf by Night was like a revelation. Like
yeah, that was a good one.
like like when I watched that, well, I haven't seen it since I watched it that night, like for the show that night.
Yeah,
But I was like shocked by like how good that was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because because like the quality of the MCU was so low at that moment for me. When I saw Werewolf by Night, I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like how can you be this good? And then be so this bad? Like on the other shit, on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get this. Like this makes no sense to me.
oh
Like the
gosh,
inconsistency of like the MCU, like like in Phase 4 and Phase 5, like
I know
it,
it's crazy with these inconsistent. Um, yeah. So our new one that's coming out in Phase 6 is the Punisher special. So that I'm very excited
yep,
about. I think that's
yep.
really good. I love Frank Castle. We love,
It
you
really
know,
depends on how they make it. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like if
yeah,
if if they like what they've done with Daredevil Born Again so far has not impressed me. Like like it's been
yeah,
okay. Like I've been enjoying it and everything, but like like there's elements of it that aren't there that were used to be a part of Daredevil that aren't there right. At times now with Born Again, and I feel like the show is lacking at times.
yeah. I
they
kind of
they they really ramped down the violence, like they've tamped it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, like the fighting and the head-to-head combat and all that stuff that like, Daredevil was known for, it's not there.
yeah. I no no. I kind of agree. Um, yeah, it's just not the same show. I mean, you can understand that they had the reshoots and all that, and but yeah, I don't know. They should have been thinking about more of the action and the violence a bit more in that movie.
I
Um,
mean, now you got Matt that took a bullet for like Kingpin, like it's like what the fuck.
yeah, what's gonna happen next week? I hope they did have something good for that because I'm gonna moderate that, and it's like I have the like a
Well, he's
really
obviously
really
not gonna be doing any Daredevil stuff because he's gonna be recovering from being shot.
yeah. I'll bet you money he's gonna recover so fast. It's like we're I don't know. I'll be kind of crazy.
No,
No? Okay, we'll see. I mean, we got 2 more days, until Tuesday. Oh, yeah, Tuesday to get there.
he got shot in the chest, so it's gonna take him like a couple days to heal, you know what I'm saying?
True. That's a good point.
I don't expect
Uh,
there to be any big time jumps or anything like that during the episode.
yeah.
The show
Uh,
hasn't been like that as a show. So like that hasn't been the feeling of the time.
yeah. Yeah. I'm curious how they're gonna wrap up the whole season because I definitely say it's definitely better than Secret Invasion and
Oh yeah, it's better than Secret Invasion. It's better than Moon Knight.
yeah,
You
Moon
know,
Knight. But then
probably better than Captain America and Winter Soldier. Probably better than that too.
yeah, Falcon the Winter Soldier. That's my least favorite. I definitely put that over that, but it's not good. I mean, it's not as good as like Loki and Hawkeye or WandaVision for me.
WandaVision is really good. Like I bought the WandaVision DVD. Because
Yeah,
I like WandaVision that much.
yeah, good one. I mean, great start for Phase 4 for that. I mean, that was a good start for that.
Yeah,
Um,
I like WandaVision a lot. Yeah, I do.
yeah, Yeah, it's really good. So, sir, do you like this list? Do you want? I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I,
I think like they can fit the beginning of the beginning of Phase Four. Uh, the MCU like was very consistent, but like still delivering somewhat quality content. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it was putting out pretty it's pretty interesting stuff, at least for the most part. When when you were going to the movie theater or whatever, like Black Widow was a solid film. Like I liked it.
yeah. Me too.
I thought it was a good movie. So like like I felt like they could like Black Widow was actually it was the first movie that came out after COVID.
Yeah,
And so it didn't do well box office wise because of that. Or else it would have done really well.
yeah. At least we got Red Guardian coming back, so that's good. Yeah,
Yeah. The Thunderbolts movie is kind of like an extension of the Black Widow film in a way.
yeah. That's good
It's like
too.
it's like Black Widow too, because Taskmaster is in the movie like half the movie too.
It's gonna when we get into the Avengers Doomsday, we know that
Oh, you know
Taskmaster.
what? You know why that fucking podcast like told me that they didn't want me to come over and guest on their show
Told me.
because I said that I tweeted on X that transgender women or biological males should not play in women's sports. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
uh, like I said that on X, and they saw that and they didn't like it.
all for that. That
They
one
said
tweet.
I'm transphobic.
Oh my god. Come on, people. It's not like he means it. I mean, it's his opinion. Like, just respect that.
You already know I like transgender people. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like I get along with them. Like like I have
Yeah,
in the past. I had a transgender person on the show.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You know what I'm
that,
saying? Like
hey,
how many podcasts can say that?
none. Not to say,
Not
none.
many. No.
No, no, exactly. Uh, wow, that's very fun to hear. Yeah, I was curious about that when you were saying that was a not Friday, Wednesday, last Wednesday. I wasn't here Friday, but yeah, I remember you were like you were saying that in live, and I was like, really? To cyber.
Yeah, they didn't like some of my tweets.
Yeah. Um, or it was the other week, Friday or something like that. But yeah.
It's
Um,
okay. I mean,
yeah,
it's
it's
not the
okay.
first time something like that's happened before. You know what I'm saying? It's not the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah, you told me before. It's not like the first time. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy it. I thought that was a good ranking. We'll definitely do that again in the future.
Oh,
So
I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do the ranking. Once you do the ranking, you do it. Like it's you know what I'm saying. It's not something that you repeat.
oh my god. I'm not saying next time, like in another time in the future. Okay, anyway, we'll discuss that later. Whatever. Let's wrap up this stuff with reaction. Let's do the Avengers Doomsday cast because that was the big thing like coming out like 2 weeks ago. That was a big MCU news. So gonna let me do the cancellation right now, and then me and Jeff will react to it, and then we'll just theorize what's going on with these casting here. So let's do it. One, two, three. again. All right. So you just saw there a brief, like, short version of this announcement. I don't know, Jeff. Do you know that this was a 5 hour live stream reveal of
They're,
these cast
they're,
members?
they're really overselling the RDJ angle a lot. Like, like it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. Like they gave a lot of money to come back. Um,
Yeah,
like
I know.
which is crazy. It looks like desperation almost. You know, like how much money they gave him. If it's accurate, what I heard or whatever, like they gave him a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. Very worried about that.
They gave him like what you could make a movie for, like what like a film for what they gave him to come back.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree.
It's kind of
That's
weird to bring him back as a villain, like you know what I'm saying, when he's already died as like as Iron Man.
Yeah. I mean, it could be potential. Like it could be potentially good. I mean, as a drama for some of the characters like Spider-Man and all that. But like, yeah, I understand. It definitely looks like desperation. Um, I don't like. I don't like the idea that having Doctor Doom in a Fantastic movie, like not having him be in a Fantastic movie before we made him a big bad for the Avengers. Like
You mean
that.
you mean the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, the Fantastic Four. Sorry, that was something I was talking to my friend today about. That was kind of like it's kind of like annoying that we like it's weird not to see Doctor Doom with the Fantastic Four before.
I'm sure there'll probably be like an end credit scene or something like that.
Yeah, I that's what I told him. Like it will probably be a post credit scene towards the end of First Steps and
Yeah,
all that.
I'm sure there'll be I'm sure they want to show RDJ Doctor Doom before Doomsday in some capacity.
Yeah. So
You know,
um yeah, so I mean I mean overall the casting was kind of surprising. Like first up, Thunderbolts, like half of them will survive. Taskmaster's not there, so we know that Taskmaster is gonna die in that film, which
I
is
know it's so weird.
yeah, it's yeah, I told my friend about this. The Taskmaster is like the new Slipknot for the comic book movies.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
it's just amazing how they just like killed her off in the movie. Like in the trailers, you can see that she's like killed off.
yeah. I'm curious where she's gonna be killed off, but yeah, it's very funny.
It's
You
not a
get
very good. It's not a very good move for a team up movie.
yeah, but I mean, you and I reviewed Black Widow, and
I,
we liked the
I
film, but like
the
Taskmaster,
the characters are all these a lot of these characters are only relevant if you've seen like the stuff that they've even been in anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of people went and saw Black Widow. In all honesty, you know.
yeah,
So like like if you didn't watch Black Widow, if you didn't watch Hawkeye, then you don't even know who Yelena Belova is.
uh, yeah, that's true. But I mean, with
You
this
know,
cat, I mean, I think with this announcement, I think the Thunderbolts will do well in the box office. That's the
I'm
big
just
thing.
saying some of these characters like David Harbour and all that in the MCU are just kind of like like people don't. There's some the people those fans don't even know who the fuck they are. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They're like they're seeing the trailers and they're like, who the fuck is that?
yeah, no, I agree. That's kind of weird.
That's kind of how the roster of the Thunderbolts is.
Yeah, no, but I
Like
mean,
Wyatt Russell is like the least known character of the Thunderbolts probably out of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
okay, well, no, I mean, fucking Winter Soldier was a good show.
He was probably one of the best parts of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and people talk about it, so like I think he was a good part of that show. So I think he's good. He's in
I can't believe they brought Captain America's Falcon character to the.
yes. What is going on? Like we seen Brave New World, and did we review it? I think
Yeah, we did.
yeah
Yeah,
we did, yeah. And yeah, it's weird that they bring Taurus. I mean, I get they're building new Avengers, but like why him? Like I don't know.
I don't know. They
I
better do something. They better do some different stuff with him.
yeah
I'll tell you right now. Than what they did with Captain America. Like they gotta change it up with that character or something, or do something different, man. Give them a better costume.
yeah, better costume and better jokes. That was the thing.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
jokes suck.
yeah, it was so bad. And then I mean, it was kind of obvious the Fantastic Four was going to be in it, in the announcement, so that was good.
Oh yeah, you got it. You had to put the Fantastic Four in it.
Yeah, Wakanda. I kind of expect that because of the Secret Wars comic. If you don't know, the Wakanda and Namor are the first ones that encountered the convergence. If you read the comic book, so
I don't think Letitia Wright will be Black Panther in the movie. I don't think she will be.
yes, I know there's rumors of that we'll probably get a variant of Black Panther. But we'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a different Black Panther. That's my prediction right now. Would not shock me if because they already said that that's not the whole cast. You know, there's like
Yeah,
another 20 something characters that are going to be in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
you know, like it would not shock me if there isn't a new T'Challa character or like not T'Challa but somebody. You know what I'm saying? Uh, to play Black Panther for the Avengers Doomsday.
yeah. No, no. I agreed. But I wanted to say one thing. I was very happy to see Simu Liu in the casting. So I was very happy that Shang-Chi was in that. So that was a
Yeah,
big thing. You know,
they brought Namor back too from Wakanda Forever.
yeah. I like that too because, again, like when I was growing up, I knew him because he was in the Fantastic Four. He's
Oh
like a
yeah,
major villain.
I like Namor. Namor was good in Wakanda Forever until he got his ass beat by Letitia Wright. You know what I'm saying? Like you know.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, it was great to see him back, and it'd be kind of cool to see him with Susan. Like Susan Storm, like interacting because they have a thing in the comic books. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Um,
Again, I mean, you know, it's just I mean, you know, like some like a lot of people didn't go see Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like a lot of people just did not go see it. You know,
yeah, it
compared
did
to
well.
Black Panther, it did
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
it did okay. It didn't do big as Black Panther, but it didn't like it didn't do a 1 billion, but it did.
Terrible movie. Terrible movie.
I mean, it's better than Love and Thunder. I have to
Oh
say.
my God, Ironheart was terrible in it.
Yeah, that's kind of
She
true.
was a terrible part of it.
Oh gosh.
Why they put her in the film, I have no fucking idea.
Hey, she's not in Avengers Doomsday, so that's good. So I,
I
I don't know. I don't know why they put her there.
that she could be. You never know. She could be in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot
Come
see her.
on, you but there's it's obvious that there's actors missing in that list. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like think about it. Like
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
yeah, like it's obvious. Like you know, Bruce Banner. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Hemsworth. You know, like it's
Oh
obvious there's
no,
people that are.
Chris is in that list. He's in
Oh,
that
Chris
list.
Hemsworth was in that list. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, he was in the first one.
Bruce Banner, Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's gonna be there. Come on,
Yeah,
she still has more appearances on her contract. You know what I'm saying? So like they have to use her. You know,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
still locked into that original contract she signed when she first came to Marvel Studios off of Endgame. You know what I'm saying? She's still working off that contract.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
They signed her for like 6 or 7 appearances or something like that.
okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the heyday of them handing out those contracts.
Yeah, before they changed it up, right? Like before Phase
Yeah,
Four became a thing. Yeah, yeah. I remember we were discussing. I remember you were talking about that in one of the
that was
videos.
when they used to lock the actors in,
Yeah, because I know, like,
and they
especially.
thought, and Kevin Feige thought Brie Larson was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, and that didn't happen. So, yeah, we'll see. Spider Man is not in this list. Clint. I mean, of course, Hawkeye is retired, but we didn't get any of the champions. But I think that's going to be in Secret Wars.
We don't know that
Um,
Hawkeye is completely retired. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeremy Renner comes back and is in Hawkeye season 2.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, I expect that. And then Juan, of course, he's gonna be in it. And then Peggy Carter, because we know that Haley was announced to be part of this cast, so I was kind of surprised they didn't give her a chair, but whatever. But so, and then Loki, I was surprised Loki was in the list. I
Oh
was,
yeah, I was shocked by that too. So they already said they're going to Peggy Carter. They're going to bring Peggy Carter back as
yeah,
an alternate version of her.
yeah. That's what it seems like. We don't know. Makes sense. I mean, they like Captain Britain or whatever Captain Carter, what they call her.
Captain Carter, yeah, Captain
Yeah,
Carter.
yeah, and like okay, that's fine, whatever. I mean, you and I think we're not impressed with that character, but okay, fine. And What If. And then okay, this is the part I'm like very excited to talk to you about was the X-Men stuff. I mean, it was kind of obvious Professor X and Magneto was going to be in it. I was not expecting Nightcrawler to come back.
I'm not a big fan of the multiverse. Like, I don't like bringing the X
Oh
Men in from the multiverse personally. I never wanted that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
no,
I get them doing it in during Secret Invasion and all that. Like, I get it. Like not during Secret Invasion. I get them doing it during Doomsday and doing during the other Avengers film. Right? I get
yeah,
them doing it. Like why they're gonna do it, but like that's never how I wanted to get the X Men. I always wanted the X Men to be done organically.
yeah,
Like cast the actors and all that. You know what I'm saying? And and then introduce them in like different shows and movies. You know what I mean? Like organically. Like we saw like all the good MCU characters have been. You know what I mean? Like bring them in organically. Like in other projects, right? And then
yeah,
and then
yeah,
finally make a movie. You know what I mean? And like in the movie, you can show more characters. You know what I'm saying? Like like build off that. You know what I mean? And then you keep on building, right?
yeah,
That's how I want to see the X Men in the MCU. I don't
yeah.
want to see. I don't really want to see it coming from the multiverse.
Yeah, I I understand where you're coming from. I think they're not doing that. I think they're just saying farewell to these versions of the X
They're
Men.
they're gonna they're gonna be variants of the characters, just like in
Yeah,
Deadpool and Wolverine. I get it.
exactly. So I don't think this is not our X Men for the MCU. It's just I think Kevin Feige is just saying goodbye to these characters that he has started. I mean, like the first X movie was his first job as a producer. So I get why he wants to bring these characters back, these actors back from those versions. So I'm not worried about that. I think they are going to do their version of the X Men after the Multiverse Saga. That's going to happen. And
Uh, what's her name? What's her name? Monica Rambeau. She'll
yeah,
be back. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
whatever
I'm,
they did with her in the Marvels, where they stuck her in that other dimension or whatever. Like that's gonna connect and pay off. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, and that was the Beast. Beast was introduced there, and I think that's going to be the X Men that coming from here. So to
And
explain,
and uh, Cap the other Captain Marvel, Monica's mom
binary,
or whatever
binary, yeah,
was in that scene too. So you figure
yeah,
she'll probably be there too. Binary.
yeah, yeah, with the X Men poly. Yeah, so yeah, they have to pay up that because that's how we're gonna pay up those characters. Probably in Secret Wars, we'll see. That's gonna be my opinion on that. Now
But
Gambit,
yeah, Doctor Strange has got to be there. Yeah, Gambit's going to have a small role. You're not going to see these characters aren't going to have these actors aren't going to have massive roles in the film.
I don't know. I think the X Men is gonna replace. Like I don't know. You read the Secret Wars storyline because in that they were the like the Marvel continuity, the 616 versus they were versing the Ultimate Universe in that comic book to to stop the conversions. We don't have that in the MCU, but like the closest that is really the X Men Fox universe and the Fantastic Four.
It's really going to be different because we don't have the characters in the MCU to do the secret, like the original Secret Wars, for instance, right? Like we don't have all the villains and all that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like how it worked in the comics. We don't have all those characters. Like Ultron's not there anymore. Like you can't have
yeah,
Ultron there. You know what I mean? Like characters like
yeah.
that. Aren't there. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, yeah, two, three. Yeah, like we got four villains, or five if you count Doctor Doom.
She-Hulk could be there too. You never know.
Yeah, well, and She-Hulk is confirmed to be in these parts, in Secret Wars. If you guys didn't see the leak, concept art, if you don't mind, I'll probably show it to you right now to show you that concept art.
I don't
But
care.
yeah, yeah, so it's kind of like they did a good job of like conveying these into the list. But just give me a minute here. Uh, but yeah, I was surprised
Um,
Loki.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
I was surprised too. But what's her name? Miss Marvel. I'm sure will probably be in Doomsday too.
Yeah, Miss Marvel's gonna be in Doomsday. That's been I think definitely be because of the champions and Vision as well. Um, Just give me a minute to find this comes arts that's driving me nuts. Yeah, we got that, and then who else were Spider-Man? Like we know Spider-Man's gonna come, like
We
be
don't know
part.
that we don't know that Vision Quest show is going to be a champion show. They haven't said that.
No, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying like the like Vision will be part of the movie Doomsday. Not. I'm saying
Oh,
yeah. Like no, my bad. Uh,
yeah, I was going to say because yeah, I don't anticipate seeing those characters in Vision Quest.
yeah, I don't expect it either. But I think they will pump up somewhere. Where is it? I know I hide it.
The White Vision character that we have to work with is not the same Vision as in the comics.
No, no. I mean, they're in, yeah. This one is what is like in the West Coast Avengers like version because that's when the White Vision popped up.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah, I mean, that version of Vision is a totally different kind of Vision than the White Vision is.
Yeah, because this White Vision came from in One Division, and like obviously he's just like all new for that. Um, s- but yeah, I'm very curious when they're gonna announce more of the characters. But I mean, probably next July, this July coming up for
It's going to
uh
be interesting. It's going to be an interesting show in general. Like what they're going to do with that character.
yeah. I'm very I like the Vision. I was sad.
Obviously they're going to bring back Paul Bettany.
Oh yeah, no, he's coming back. I just he is the Vision, and I think there's no way you can change that. Um,
Yeah, it would make sense that he would voice the character and everything, and be the character.
yeah. Okay, where is the stupid concept art? Uh,
I mean, honestly, like we don't know, but like it's possible that at the end of WandaVision, at like with what Vision did to him, like at the end, like he could honestly be just as powerful as Vision used to be, like in the MCU, as powerful as Vision was, you know.
yeah. I mean, even more powerful because I mean, maybe
Well,
less so.
I don't know about that because he won't have the Infinity Stone.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't have the Infinity Stone. Instead, he just like has like the what do you call it the power like that's somewhat the Scarlet Witch a bit energy from the hex, right? And so, but I don't know. Like it's kind of tough to know how powerful
with
he's
like
gonna
a
be.
with like a cybernetic body or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, and and is it body indestructible as well or differently? Because like I don't.
they didn't say what he's made of.
Yeah, because that's the one thing that's kind of weird. Is like it's it's not the one that we know.
I mean,
Uh,
like he got knocked around and everything in WandaVision. You know what I'm saying? So like, it looks like he's pretty built, pretty tough.
yeah. Here we go. Where is this stupid thing?
The Vision that was in WandaVision that fights him in the finale was a weaker version of Vision than like the MCU Vision was, like power wise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was
Because
not.
all he was the remnants or memories of of Wanda's. You know what I'm saying? Like like created. Like or whatever. He wasn't like he didn't have an Infinity Stone or anything like that.
No. Uh, he didn't have the Infinity Stone, but like he also like this didn't have like in general, um, like the same abilities as Vision, in terms of durability, right? Okay, where is it?
What are you
Here.
looking for?
I'm looking for the concept art because I have it in my folder, sir, and I'm trying to show because like some of it is pretty cool. Just give me a second. I know I have these. All right, give me a second here.
It's not that
Uh,
big of a deal.
yeah, let me show you the Superman thing. While I'll try to get them.
Okay.
So, because sorry, I'm not with the camera because I have them, and now me that I don't have them. But anyway, here's the Superman sneak peek. Where we see a bit more of the Fortress of Solitude. So this is cool. We see more of Crypto. I hope it doesn't affect my live stream, but we'll see.
Crypto, take me home. Home. Crypto. Home.
Superman!
Hey, Colonel, il y a tout impeccable. Hey, Colonel, il y a tout
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
Level 4?
292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
Okay, that was Superman sneak peek. Any thoughts, sir? I mean, with the
I
Fortress
thought
Solid.
not really. I mean, it's okay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I I liked what's his name as Superman.
David Cornsweet. That's his name.
No,
Yeah. Well, Henry Cavill.
yeah, I liked Henry Cavill as Superman.
Really? Oh, okay.
So I mean, I like I'm gonna go. I'll probably go watch the Superman movie or whatever. But like I'm
Yeah,
not. I mean, as far as the trailer goes, it's not much of a trailer.
yeah, yeah. I just, views, reasons. See more of the Fortress Solid 2 because in Man of Steel, in the DC EU, we didn't get like a Fortress Solid 2. It was just more of like a ship. But yeah, I thought the click was good. I was good to see more Crypto, the Super Dog. I thought the CGI was good. The robots are directly from the All Star Superman. We reviewed that in the MCU Bleeding Edge as the DC Animation review marathon, and it's directly from that. And yeah, so it's pretty good. So very excited. I'm still excited for that. So anyway, so here's the concept art that was leaked like almost like a couple of months ago. And so I hope you can see this. So you see here we got our first like somewhat look of Doctor Doom here, like from like Battle World. And then the bottom here you get like the champions here. So this is interesting. You see here Kate, uh, who's Cassie Lane's? I mean, Ant
I
Man's
can't.
daughter.
I can't see that picture. It's too small. I can't make out who those people
Yeah,
are.
let me put this. Can you see it now? Uh,
No,
ah, Jesus Christ. Knew it was gonna be a problem. But yeah. Anyway, uh, yeah. So I'll just name them here. Like you see here, like Kate Bishop, the twins, the Wanda Turner are there, Tommy and Billy, and of course Miss Marvel's there. And then the bottom here, you see the Hulks here. So like She Hulk and I forgot. Yeah, Hulk himself is coming back. Uh,
are you seriously telling me that's Scar? Come on.
I know
I
it's
don't.
crazy.
How do we know that's even real concept art?
It's a real leak, sir. This was real, because that because this was actually an actual person that worked on this, and she released it in her account or something like that, like a special like concept art website that you could see a lot of the artists show their work, and this was not signed by Marvel Studios. So this was for Secret Wars, and you see here, you're right, we are getting a variant of Black Panther, so that's kind of true. And then the bottom here, you see. I know this you cannot see this, but explaining here, we got the medieval world where Doctor Strange is working with Doctor Doom from like the Secret Wars comic book. Susan is there, Franklin is there, then the top here you see Star Lord with White Vision. That's kind of interesting to see. Um, but yeah, so that's
I
um.
don't believe that's real.
Well, it was official, so that's I have to say there. Um, and there were other concepts for Fantastic Four first steps, but I'm not gonna do that because I want you to be surprised. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you, sir, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your live streaming with me. Hey, it's always going to be a shit show in this show. So, I, you
No,
know,
it's not a shit show. Believe me, a real shit show is a whole different fucking concept
all
that
right.
what
Well, that's
what
good
what
to
we,
hear.
what we have going on over here.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was fun to do the ranking, to have break, from the usual stuff.
Oh yeah, I always like talking about the MCU.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna do another MCU thing. We are gonna do Avengers Age of Ultron for our movie review for my channel. So we're gonna do that. So but yeah, that's gonna be in 2 weeks, the end of April. So yeah, thank you, Jeff, for joining me today. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm gonna do the plugs here. So tomorrow, as people should know, we're gonna do our first. Well, my first The Last of Us review for season 2 premiere. That's gonna happen. So we're gonna wrap up our Wednesday shows. We're gonna take a break of that for 2 weeks. After I think Endor's coming back, but or I guess Endor's gonna be Fridays, right?
We finished Daredevil on Wednesday, sir. After,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Daredevil, we're gonna take a break on Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So I'm gonna run rate Wednesdays, Daredevil Born Again season finale. So please check me out and everyone else there. It's gonna be fun. And then Friday, what's this Friday's movie?
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. Yeah, Unforgiven. I'm gonna be back, guys. I had to take a little break, personal, family thing. But yeah, so that's where we're at for MC Bleeding Edge.
You got two new shows, two big new shows that you're doing for the first time with us, Andor and Last of Us this month.
Yes. And I've been caught up with the show, so I like them. I like The Last of Us more than Endor, so just let people to know that. And
You like The Last of Us?
yeah, yeah, I very enjoy it. Yeah, after this, I need to wrap up like the whole show. Yeah, before I see the new one tonight or tomorrow. But yes, that's
Oh,
how I am.
you still have some left?
Yeah, I have what 8 or 9 left. I did to finish those 2 episodes, so yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. Fortunately, this week was not my week, so I was like kind of.
Well, luckily you still got like 10 days for Andor,
Yes,
so
I
you
don't
got
have too
time
many.
still.
Yeah, I have 7 episodes away, so I need to do 8 to 12. So I'm like good. I can finish up that
Oh,
this week.
is that where you're at? Episode
Yeah,
8 through 12.
yeah, yeah. Because I finished 7. So I
Oh, okay.
so
Th-
I
th-
I'm.
What'd you think of the heist arc?
Oh, it was pretty good.
When they
I
did the
like.
heist and all that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was fun. It really felt like Rogue One. And oh, it was funny. The Avengers casting we were talking about, the Thing is in that, and I was laughing my
Yeah,
butt off.
he was in the
He was in the
heist
heist.
in the heist episodes.
Yeah, so that was very funny. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked the heist arc. It was really good. I thought that made me really like the show more. And yeah, I'm very curious about the prison arc that I'm getting into with
Oh yeah,
episode 8.
the prison arc is great.
Yeah, so that was gonna be fun. But yeah, so I'm very excited to talk about that too. For season.
Andy Circus is really good in
Oh, that's
Andor.
good. Yeah, I know he was in the show. Yeah, it's gonna be good. But yeah, yeah. So I seen 5. What was it like? 5. pretty much the episodes of The Last of Us really good. Love the first season. Very excited to finish it up tonight or through tomorrow.
Oh
If
yeah, the Last of Us season 1 was pretty solid. Cyber didn't like it that much.
yeah, we had this discussion with him. Yeah, it was. I mean, I get it. It's not for him. Some in some areas, but I
Yeah,
liked it. You know.
I personally like reviewing television. Over movies. Like I prefer doing TV.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know,
No.
I like doing episodical television. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you like doing it too, or you wouldn't do all the shows you've done with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I like the whole aspect of doing it every other week. Like week in, week out, coming in and doing the episodes. It's fun.
Yeah. It's really fun, and just discussing all the single episodes are good too. Yeah. No, I like it. When they're
I,
good, like
I
yeah,
think I think Andor season 2 is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's like to cover, like as far as like the reviews, like we're going to have some good conversations and like a lot of good guests and shit.
yeah. No, I agree. It's gonna be really really good.
And Andor is a fun show to review and talk about.
Yeah. No, especially we love Rogue One and first season really good so far. I think season 2 is shaping out to be a great one.
Yeah,
Um
Rogue One ties into Andor very heavily. It's hard not to mention Rogue One and talk about Rogue One here and there. When you
yeah.
when you talk about Andor.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because I love Rogue One, so I was very curious about the show. And
We reviewed Rogue One like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, which is crazy. It's 2 weeks ago. But yeah. Oh god, yeah. So that's our content for this week, and I hope you guys will enjoy it for the next couple days.
We
It'll
got a
be
big
fun.
we got a big week.
Yeah, really really big week. So that's gonna be fun. Good content for you guys. Thank you, Jeff, for joining me tonight. It was fun.
No problem, sir. I always like to come on.
Yeah. So not for you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later. And
Peace.
tomorrow.
Take
Peace.
it easy, folks. Later. Have a